What's up, guys? So we're back here at Archeworld News. We are on maintenance right now. The weekly maintenance every Wednesday at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, all the way to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The server relaunches. But we are having this announcement here. So happy first anniversary. Part 2 Land NFT Jackpot event has been announced. So they announced this a couple of hours ago, and this is going to be just like the last event that we had on Asia 2 and North America, South America 2. This event will be buying a bunch of boxes and then opening them up and getting ticket shards to get land NFTs. But they are doing it slightly different this time. In the purchase of the box, you're going to buy 100 boxes per click. So last time you had to buy 10 boxes per click and you spent Archeum. You spent 20,000 Archeum to buy 10 boxes. So in theory, you needed 200,000 Archeum, which is the same exact price for 200 boxes. Or for 100 boxes, I should say. Now they're doing a little bit different. They're adding BSLT purchase as well. So there's going to be two different ways to buy this. You're going to be able to buy these boxes with 1,200 BSLT for a bundle of 100 boxes. And there's only going to be a very small quantity. There's going to be 250 or 200 on Asia. And then you're also going to be able to purchase this with 200,000 Archeum. 200,000 Archeum will once again get you a bundle of 100 boxes. And there's going to be, again, 200 for Asia and 250 for North America. So this is probably going to be the last land event like this, as the amount of lands that are going to be provided from this event are going to roughly equal the same amount on Asia 1 and North America 1. But as we talked about before, you need to save your BSLT and do these events when you have lots and lots of BSLT so you can try and compete for the big jackpots. So on top of that, you also have these rewards. For the person who collects the most tickets gets a mega land NFT. Second place gets an extra large land NFT. Third place gets a large land NFT. Fourth and fifth will get a medium land NFT for free for simply having the most tickets. So, as we talked about before, the way to do these things is to save up BSLT, get a lot of BSLT, and then throw it all at an event. Well, this event, we have around like 6,000, 7,000 BSLT right now. It's not enough BSLT, in my opinion, to throw at it. Because last time, we did approximately around 7,000, 8,000 BSLT, and we didn't get into the top rankings. We were a little bit short. So this time, we're not going to go ahead and jump in and do this event. I'm going to take my own advice, as I recommend other people to do as well, is to save up BSLT and focus on the next event, because there's always going to be another event, guys. It may not be the exact same event, but in this case, the event is almost identical to what had happened about 2 to 3 weeks ago. So this event probably not going to come back in, because like I said, the land NFTs are getting very, very close to the total amount of NFTs on the NA and Asia 1 servers. Once that happens, they're not going to sell or release any more land NFTs from those servers, because XL Games needs to own some of the land themselves so they can always have renting land available to players that don't have to buy an NFT. Because if you own an NFT, most likely you're going to be using it yourself to earn that Archeum and earn that labor points. So we can see down here, if we go to the world, how many of each of these are available. So Asia 2 has 3,073. NA2 has 2,973. And then NA1 has 3,959. So they're releasing 500, a little bit more than 500 on NA2, and they're releasing a little bit more than 400 on Asia 2. Putting this, again, like I said, right up to where they want to be, very close to the NA1. You know, they're not going to get up higher. They did say they want to have around 50%. So that's going to put it right around that 50%, because there's currently 7,000 land plots. So 3,500, 3,500. And NA is a slightly over, but that's what happened with some of these RNG events. You might have given out a little bit extra of these lands, and you can't take the land back. So I don't think we're going to see any more land NFT events like this, but that does not mean there won't be a way to get land in the future. There is going to be new regions opening up, different land opportunities. There's going to be aqua, naval, marina land opening up. There's islands that could have land available. So we don't know how those lands are going to be earned or if they're going to be sold via a land minting. I doubt they will be sold via land minting because for the aquamarina lands, there's not going to be that many. There's not going to be 7,000 of these in the world. There might only be 1,000 or maybe 2,000 of the aquamarina lands in the entire world. The amount of them is going to be a lot less, in my opinion, based on what we saw in ArcAge, their prior game. They could open up a new housing zone. They do have housing zones in ArcAge that were strictly just this giant map that had just tons and tons of housing land, and they could open up those zones, which would have thousands of land plots, and they could do a land NFT sale there. But we don't know if they're going to repurpose those zones or change them or even open those zones at all. If they were planning on opening those zones, they might have done that already instead of opening up Asia server number 2, but they went ahead and opened up Asia server number 2 because Asia server 1 was completely sold out of land, and there was really no way for anyone to rent or get any land to progress their character. So a lot to think about here, but I do think that there will be island and ocean land. They did say a little bit about that being earnable in game, so somehow farmed or crafted, maybe earned from a mega boss, a world boss, possibly. Things like that could be how you get these new and exciting NFTs for aqua marina housing or island housing, and that would put a lot of value on the actual gameplay and gaming experience rather than just doing a minting and selling them. Excel Games probably would make more money if they went ahead and minted and sold them, right? Because they get that direct instant money. The last land sale on Asia 2, they made approximately around $600,000, I believe it was. So they make a lot of money off of that. But for the longevity of the game, which they're really looking for, right? They're looking for this game to last, over 5 years now. You probably want to have these as super rare drops in game where people can earn something that's really cool and really valuable and has a lot of potential there. Because right now the only thing that's really valuable in the game is the yellow Shadowgun crystal. And that comes from farming off the houses. It's a super rare drop off of the crops where you combine them into Shadowgun ores and open up the pouches and so forth. And it's just super RNG, super rare, and hence why it's worth a few thousand BSLT. Everything else, even the purple skill book box, is only worth a couple of hundred BSLT. Everything else is just too common, too easy to get, and it has been oversupplied for the last year. So having these super ultra rare drops like NFTs or NFT shards where you can craft them would be a great value for the next section of the game, which is the ocean, naval, marina content. Of course, they could also do this same thing with the naval boats and the components to upgrading and improving your boats. So we'll have to see what they do. But I do expect some really rare items out in the ocean, especially from the big bosses like the Kraken. We'll have probably some super rare items that will take many months and maybe even years to farm. All right, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Let me know, are you going to be gambling on this event? Because, yes, these events are all RNG based and they are gambles. Post down in the comments. Hopefully, if you do, you get good luck and have fun, guys. I will see you in the next one.